Today we are going to make the most adorable My Little Ponies journal with probably the cutest embellishments that I have ever made. I'm telling you, this journal is absolutely precious. But before we get into that, a few hiccups happen. Yep, that right there happens in this video, as well as the whole beginning of the video, me putting together a journal in the wrong way. So friends, this first little bit is me teaching you how not to build a journal. But first, here's a little clip from the boss lady, Lizzy Cat. Y'all, I swear, she only does that when I start talking to you guys. She runs over to her chair and starts doing her little claw thing. I guess one thing I should say is there's nothing wrong with putting the journal together in this way. It was very sturdy and I don't think it looked bad necessarily. It just wasn't quite what I wanted for my project. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I don't like what I did and how we are going to fix it. One thing that I wish I had done differently already, I can tell you, is when I put these together, I wish I had put this one on the top when they folded over instead of putting the back cover on the top, because now we have like this really pretty edge on the back. It's really smooth, but on this side you can see where the paper is. Alright guys, that was a fail. I think I have a new plan though. I think what we're going to do is cut these grommets out. Then we're going to add our paper for stability and sew it all together. Because I'm not able to sew really well around these eyelets. And I didn't really love the white thread, so we're going to use a coordinating thread this time. So we're just going to wing it again and give this a try. I'm just going to cut these sections out and see how that works. What if we did this and then sewed that on and then did another one on the back? Ooh, okay. I'm liking this, guys. This might be the new direction that we go. My husband's home. Yay. I need a hug today. It's been one of those days. Oh no, it's my kids. What are they doing home? They have band practice, I thought. Y'all, look how stinking cute this is. My sewing machine just went through all those layers like butter, y'all. My sewing machine also has tension issues, and like it's always, the tension is not high enough, so I think having something thicker to sew through actually made my stitches a little better. But y'all, look how cute this is. Oh my gosh. I cannot. And look what it looks like when it's in its journal form. That is so stinking cute. And look, the zipper works completely. Nothing's in the way. So you can definitely add things in the front cover and in the back cover. And look how neat and tidy everything is. I like this so much better than the first version. It was getting to me. It really was. And the spine feels super sturdy. I don't think it's going anywhere. Got a little thread. So now we need to put our signatures in. And to do that, we need to punch some holes in the spine. And I think what I'm going to do is get my big bite out and put some eyelets in there. Y'all, that turned out so stinking cute. Once you put the right setting on your chomper, what is it called? Big Bite? It does a perfect job. But if you have it on the wrong setting, then it doesn't do so well. Also, the back is not rough at all. These are so smooth. They set so well. So we're doing great. I'm being a little OCD, and I think I want to change the color blue up here to this one. Or should I just leave it? I'm just gonna leave it. So look how pretty our little cover is. It turned out so good. I'm so pleased with it. Now we need to put our signatures in, and I do have those ready to go. So let me grab them, grab some thread, and we will put our signatures in. Okay. Here they are. And they are cut exactly the height of the book. And they fit in there really well for our dry fit. I like that. I like the thickness. And I was going to wait till the end, and we're going to trim these little edges off here and a little tiny bit there. But I didn't want to do that until I get them sewn in to see where they're going to land. But yeah, this is coming along. Let's measure where our, let's get a template. This is exactly the right size. And mark where our holes are. Right here, right there, and right here. And this is the top up there. All right. Now we can punch the holes in our signature and then sew these babies in. I always like to paper clip my signatures together. It just kind of helps to keep everything where you need it to be. And once you punch your holes in your signatures, the papers won't shift around, and it kind of keeps everything easier to sew through. So that's why I put the paper clips on. And then I just used my little template that I made to punch 3 holes, top, middle, and bottom. And then we will be ready to tie our signatures into our cover. And for this one, I'm going to use the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, which is just like the most basic way to tie your signatures in. And for this one, you start on the inside of the journal, and then you go through the middle hole, And then I'm going to add some beads. And I stayed with kind of like the color scheme of the blue, pink, and yellow. I just thought that that looked so nice with this journal cover. So here on the pink string, I added some blue beads, and then I go back in through that bottom hole and then back into the signature. And then we're going to skip that middle hole and go all the way up to the top hole and go through the signature and then out through the cover. And then I'm going to add some more beads because beads are adorable and they just look good and they're fun to fidget with. So of course we're going to add some more beads. And then after you get your beads added onto that string, you go right back in through that center hole again and back into your signature. And then at this point, you can lose your needle once you get your thread back through that center hole. We don't need that anymore for this signature. And then we're going to remove paper clips so that everything is tied in. We don't really need those anymore. And we're going to remove those and then tie a knot in our string. And you want to make sure that you have one thread on each side of that center string right there. And then you're going to tie right over left and left over right. And if you can't tie a knot, just tie a lot. And then after that, I'm just going to tuck all of those strings into the signature because I'm not sure if I'm going to use them yet. So we're just going to leave those there and paper clip everything out of the way. So all of the signature papers are going to get paper clipped to the front cover. And now we're ready to put our second signature in. And for this one, we're going to follow the exact same steps that we did for the first signature. You thread your needle, go in through the middle hole, and then choose your beads that you want to put on the outside. I'm going to go with pink for the yellow string that I'm using. And then we will thread the needle through the bottom hole and then in through the signature. And for this book, I decided to use the same 3 holes in the spine to put all of my signature threads through. So, you know, normally you would have like a set of 3 holes on the outside of your spine, and then each of your signatures would have their own set of holes to go through. For this journal, though, I decided just to use those 3 holes that we put the eyelets in. And this is a really super simple way to make a journal. So if you're intimidated by all the measuring and how to put your signatures in, if that is the step that's holding you up from making a journal, I would encourage you to give this a try. This is so super simple and easy, and I think it looks so cute in the end. Once we get everything put together and tied in, we're going to take a look up close at the spine, and it's just so stinking cute, y'all. It's like all these little beads on the outside are just so fun to play with and fidget with, and you can arrange them so that you like the way that they look. But you can't get much simpler in binding than this. This is a great beginner-friendly binding method. So I hope you guys will give it a try if you've been hesitant about making a junk journal. This one's a good one to start with. It is so super easy and simple, and it turns out looking so stinking cute. I just cannot. I love it so much. Look at those colorful beads. How fun is that? It's adorable. I don't know what else to say. Y'all, this little journal turned out so super sweet. I especially love these little beads on the binding. This is like a fidgeter's dream come true. It makes my ADHD feel so good. But you can move these around and play with them. It's so much fun. And then you've got the little trim that has all these little balls on it. We've got our zippers that work. And then we have all of our pages. And I need to work these a little bit, get them to lay down and get used to being in a book. They're still kind of stiff right now. So that's the next step, is just to go through here and kind of massage the papers down into place and get them used to being bent in a certain way and flipped through. But this little journal is pretty well done. We could spend as much time as we wanted to decorating it. Right now it's just papers. And I kind of like having journals like that whoever gets this journal can decorate it themselves. It's got great things. There are a few pockets in here that are already made up. Really pretty, bright, colorful pages. I love the papers in this book. I did use some of the that Dollar Tree notebook paper, the purple and the pink. I think that turned out really sweet. So that's it for today. Here's the pink. I'm just going to kind of work these papers into submission, and then this little journal is going to be done. One thing that we could think about that I wanted to add, I have all these really pretty ribbons that I was thinking about putting on the journal. And since I didn't use them on this spine, maybe we should do like a really big tassel. I feel like the colors just tie in so well, it would be a shame not to use these pretty ribbons. Or we could make a closure that ties with the ribbons. That would be really pretty also. We have enough room here on this outside edge to put an eyelet here and here, and then we could put a ribbon through there and have a tie closure. That might be nice. Oh yeah, we need to trim our little edges also. So I'm gonna think about the closure while I work on getting the edges trimmed up, and then we'll talk about that again. Like this. And then just do a chomp. I will probably take off a little more than that. So I'm gonna fold everything out of the way. Oh, okay, let's get this out. All right. That looks pretty good. We might actually need to trim this top edge a little bit too. The pages ended up sitting a little bit higher on the top. We might be able to kind of manipulate it down a little bit since we have sort of this freestyle binding. That looks pretty good. All right, let's talk about the bottom now. Very little to lose down here. I'm gonna go ahead and take off more than needed here also. Okay, that looks pretty good to me, folks. I mean, we could get like super persnickety with it, but I don't know that we need to. It's so super good, close to being perfect. So I think we're gonna stop there. And talk about a closure. And I think what we're gonna do is just punch a hole for an eyelet. Small. I think we're gonna put it right here. And I just punched all the way through so that we would have our eyelets in the same spot. Okay. And I'm gonna use these kind for this. I think it'll just look neater. Oh yeah, perfect. Perfection. Oh guys, this is so stinking cute. And then we're gonna tie our little ribbon closure right here. Hey guys, it's a brand new day. I have decided that I do want to decorate this little journal. Originally, I thought I was going to leave it plain and let whoever ends up using this journal decorate it, but I think I want to add a few things. So let's go ahead and get started. I went ahead and flipped through the book and decided where I wanted to put a few belly bands. So I have these little strips that are offcuts from the pages. So what I'm going to do is just glue these down to make belly bands. And I kind of spaced them out throughout the journal. I just didn't want to waste these little strips, and I feel like they would make perfect belly bands and also just add a little color to the plain pages. So I think that's what we're going to do first, is just go through and add all of our little belly band tucks. And then we could decorate them up or let whoever ends up with this journal kind of embellish the belly bands. So that's what we're going to do first. We're just going to add some belly bands. I also tucked in some pockets where I thought pockets might look good. I have a little Dollar Tree bag I want to put in here somehow. Got an envelope, just some different things to add a little bit of color and variety to some of the pages that kind of need it. So yeah, I also have pockets over here, extra things that we can make more pockets with. So that's what we're gonna do, guys. Let me grab my glue and we're gonna get started. I think I'm gonna go for my Barely Art glue today. I'm also gonna get a paper punch. I grabbed out some of my paper punches that I haven't used. Some of them I haven't used ever. So I thought we might give some of those a try too. This is my tried and true one. I use it quite a bit, so I probably should not use it today. But we're gonna fancy up some of these belly bands before we put them in. I'll scoot that journal out of the way. Let's see what we're gonna do here. Let's just go with it, friends. Let's just try. Have you guys ever used these before? They're kind of neat. It has the little pattern right there, and so that's how you know how to line it up to keep punching. You put your paper strip in, and then you see the little pattern. You line your design up so that it's perfectly in that little pattern, and then you punch, and it does right every time, usually. I mean, I can mess anything up, so. And a viewer asked that I not use music as much and try to do more talking, so we're gonna try a couple of videos in that style and see what happens. Okay. Glue time. I'm going to glue a little bit of a wide band at the top and bottom, just to make sure she's in there. And then just try to center it up. Ooh, goodness, what did I do? There, my mercy. That was painful to watch, huh? Okay, so there's how that guy's looking. Kind of cool. Let's hit the next one. Or actually, hit the first one. Did I glue that in the wrong place? It was supposed to go on this page, wasn't it? Oh, it's in there. That's where she stays. All right, so we need something green on this page. Luckily, I have more strips to choose from. But do we have any green left? Yes, we do. We could also do like a side tuck situation. That would be cute. If we don't want to do all belly bands, we could do a little pocket at the bottom, a little belly band across this way, We could do a pocket on this side. What do we want to do, friends? Let's do a little edge tuck situation. And then we're gonna just glue top and bottom edge and then right side. Right. That's cute. I like that one a lot. Okay, let's continue on here. Let's get these little belly bands down. I really like that bunch. I feel like it is super cute. The little scalloped edges. Isn't that sweet? I'm actually going to do a double belly band on this page. This paper is so cute. I love this paper. It's an older pad and I'm trying to use it up so that I have a little bit more room because of my paper collection is out of hand. That's cute. Love it. So I'm off on Fridays. Our office is closed. So I had the day at home, which was nice. And I wanted to spend it making videos and getting videos posted, but my house just needed my attention so much today. So I decided to do some cleaning. And I ended up working in the craft room some and cleaning the craft room and organizing. And y'all, I am so tired. I am like legit worn out from it. Also not feeling all that great. My allergies or something are acting up. I'm not feeling wonderful, but should we leave one plain? Just leave it like this? It feels a little too boring now that we have all these pretty ones. Let's try this guy. Okay, this one's cute. We could do like 3 little tiny pockets, like 1, 2, 3, and then put some cute little tiny ephemera in there. That might be cute. I gotta get some bigger scissors because those are not, I have trouble cutting straight lines, and if the scissors are too small, there's absolutely no way it's gonna be straight at all. 1, 2, and number 3. Okay. Now let's ruffle up the top edge. I really like the little scalloped edge. Let's do that here. I wonder if it'll chop through 3. I'm probably gonna regret doing 3 pages at once. Oh, yep. That's tough. Okay. You guys, oh my goodness. I've been on Whatnot again. Yeah. Much to my husband's dismay. Your girl has a problem, and I don't really know what to do about it. It's bad. Okay. But I have some cute things to show y'all. I found some more Tim Holtz fabric on sale, and so I'm kind of like building my collection up. Hopefully I can get, we'll have almost all of his papers. Not papers. Well, papers would be nice too, but fabric. What you guys think about 3 little pockets? I think it's kind of cute. I'll try to stay on the edges for these though, because they are so tiny. And we're gonna center him up as best as we can. My kids are back in school now. They actually started the 30th of July, which seems just stupid early to me. Like stupid early. I'm wondering if your kids start back that early. We're in Mississippi, and I mean, I just feel like it is so early for the kids to be starting back, but October is called Bandtober. I don't know if you guys have kids in band, but all the competitions for band happen in October, and you have your football games, and it just seems like everything happens in October, so I'm already kind of nervous about Bandtober. We could do one of these like around the page. All right. Look, this one still has its little catcher for the paper. My craft kitty is here with me. I don't know if you guys were wondering where the boss is, but she's currently in her box over here on this side of the table. She has a box located on both sides of the table. I feel like a stewardess. Box is located on both sides of the craft table for your convenience, Lizzy. So she's over there, but she just heard a bird, so she might be on her way through here in just a minute. We'll see what happens. Nope, she's laying back down. She has to get her little nap out, guys. Okay, that's cute. Do we want it just directly in the middle? That was way too much glue. Perfect. Very cute. I love the colors in this journal. So pretty. Guess I should have checked the back side of that to see if we... Oh yeah, looks really good. Okay. I'm a disaster in the craft room, y'all. I don't know if you know that yet. It's like, no bueno, friend, no bueno. It's okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna round the top edges. And then we're gonna chop off this edge right here with a square chomper so that it fits in that corner nicely. And then we're going to use glue so I have a minute, have a little time to shift it around and get it in the right place. Because this is thicker paper, we won't get that warping. So we don't have to use that glue runner. Down. And Okay. Ooh, I'm shaking you guys, sorry. All right. It's a really big pocket. Hey, why aren't you sticking on the glue? Okay. Okay, this page, guys, I was going to show you. This is where, obviously, we had some of our stitching done. I want to, because these two pages are blank, I think it's a really good opportunity for us to make a really nice thick pocket. We could glue these together and leave one edge open so that we can have a nice large pocket. The question is, do we want to have a side pocket, or do we want to do a top pocket, or do we want to cut some of it off and then have a pocket like that? I'm leaning toward chopping a little bit, maybe a corner off of it. And then also, this is the last signature. So that would be fine. I think we're gonna go ahead and cut these strings. We're not gonna do a charm. Do we wanna do a charm? I'll just leave them out the bottom, and then later I can snip them off if I don't want anything there. So let's do this. Let me grab a little cutting mat and a ruler. And let's just take off we're not going to go crazy here. Let's just take off a little corner like this. I think it's time for a desk reset. When you start losing things, you know it's time to clean your desk off. All right. So there's that. And then let's go ahead and take a bite out of the top one. Should I do it? Let me do it like this. There we go. Or like a little, you know, thumb grip there. And then let's go ahead and glue this up. And I'm just pulling the strings tight down at the bottom, right in the corner there, so that I can add a charm if I want to down there, or if I decide that I don't want to charm and I want to chop the strings, I can just trim them right there at the edge and nobody will know that they were there. Okay. There's that. That's a nice big pocket. Oh, I like it. So we can put like a really big journaling card in there. That'll be nice. Okay, let's get rid of this. We could do one of our big pockets. Let's do a big pocket here. That might be fun. Again, the trick is going to be getting this thing in the right spot. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. All right, she's down. Okay, that was pretty good, guys. Usually I don't get those on straight at all, and that's looking pretty nice. I'm not feeling good, guys. I'm gonna take a break. I have a whole tray full of things over here that I want to add in, but I'm just not feeling good. Also, look what I did. So annoying. So that's how it's going to be for the rest of its life. Okay. Okay, y'all, it is a new day. I attempted to do some things yesterday, but I just was not feeling great yesterday, friends. I don't know if I was having like a migraine or what, but I wasn't feeling good. So back again today, we're going to continue to decorate our little, My Little Ponies journal. And I already put some things in there. I think I filmed the part where we were adding in our little belly bands and tuck spots and all these fun things. And I went back and I added some little cards and papers to all the pockets. So that's all I've done since I've seen you guys. But today we're going to embellish a little bit more and try to add some really fun elements that I think the younger crowd might enjoy. So we're going to get right to that. I have some really cool things set aside, things that I don't normally use in journals, but that I found and bought on sale. Like, I think these were 90% off around Valentine's Day, and I picked them up. So I felt like these little sparkly hearts would go really well with this journal theme. And I have, look at these little dimensional stickers that have this like iridescent glitter inside of them. I feel like a little girl would love looking at that, and they're fun to touch and feel too, so I thought that might be cool. And we got a little puffy glitter sticker. We've got all these cool Dollar Tree stickers. I'm going to use a few of these because they go really well with this theme. And then I'm going to save a few of them for a Rainbow Bright journal because perfection. And why didn't I buy a few more of these while they had them? I don't know. Another sticker book I thought was cute. It has this little unicorn, so I thought that would be cute. And also there's just like some really cool, colorful rainbow vibes stickers in here. And then we've got some strips. I've got all kinds of stuff laid out here. Stickers, I wanted to try to use up some of my stash because my sticker bin is getting quite full. So we're going to use a good bit of those. I have these little rainbow tassels from Dollar Tree. I mean, I've got all kinds of fun things. So we're just going to play a little bit. Oh, also, look how cute this is. I decided to stick this little pin that has this little sparkly, puffy, clear sequin situation in this pocket so that it can just like peek out the top. And I feel like that is so stinking cute. I feel like a little girl would just love that. And also us big girls. I mean, I like a little glitter. So that's what we're gonna do today. Let me get myself organized and then we'll get to it. These little charms came from Dollar Tree. I can't remember what they marketed these as, but they have this little clip, this plastic clip on them. And I feel like they're perfect for using like an embellished paper clip. So I'm going to stick this right here on this page for now to hold this little, I have this little card on there. It's really cute. It has like the months of the year. And then it says, I love this story. I thought that was sweet and colorful. So we're just going to clip that on there. We might decide to move this later, but for now, that's where we're going to put that. And look at these little light bulbs with the iridescent. That's cute. Let's use one of those. Let's use the one with the diamonds. Isn't that sweet? How cute is that? Oh, I love it. All right. I'm not going to go too overboard with stickers either because I want to, whenever we're done adding our embellishments, is to put several of these things in the pockets. So I want to have some stickers and like some washi tape in here for whoever gets this journal to embellish and play with too. So I'm going to add a few things, but we're not going to go overboard with it today. We're going to leave a lot for the owner of this journal to work with too. But I think that is so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's keep going. We've got some butterflies and some hearts. Love it. I feel like that would go really well on this page. And I have little scraps of ribbon and things here. Let's use this velvet ribbon that came with it. If I can figure out how to open it. Here we go. We are going to use a Velcro dot, my friends. Maybe. There we go. And then, that way, if we should want to remove this for any reason, we can. But it can hang out right there. And then we have our pretty ribbon sticking out of our journal. And it is wanting to fray again. It's okay. I got something for that. Ta-da! Now, okie doke, moving on. These are fun. Let's see which color would look good with it. Ooh, let's do an orange. Hello, Lizzy cats. You gonna keep moving, sister? Or what? Let's use this one. It's a nice texture too. Oh my gosh. Yes. No. Okie doke. On for the loves. No, cause you wait. Camera is super washing that out. Let's see here, Lizzy, if we can get this little guy in there. Stop, woman. You like that, huh? Would you quit? You're gonna have to go. Okay, that's really cute. I love that fun texture that ribbon gives. And then we'll put it in the pocket when Miss Girl decides that she's done. All right, here we go. Okay, friends, I think we have embellished enough. Let's leave the rest of the embellishing to the owner of the journal. But I do want to send some things in these little pockets. So we are going to fill these up with some cool things. I have this little pocket that we're going to put in there. And then I have this one that has all of these coordinating paper scraps. So we're going to put that in there. Actually, you know what? Let's put them in the back pocket. Yeah, like that better. Okay, and then this one. I have a guest check I wanted to put in there. And I also have this this little bag left. So we're gonna stick that in there also. Just some fun things to create with. And then I also have these little three-dimensional, these two are stickers, and then this one you would add some ribbon to. So we're gonna put those in there with this one. Just some really fun things that I think anybody would enjoy having to decorate their journal with. And then we had some three-dimensional stickers. So I'm going to put those in there also. Yeah. Okay. So next step for us is going to be to decide if we want to make some dangles, some charms, which I think we will, and then we're going to add some embellished paper clips around to finish off this little journal and make it look extra fun. Okay, friends, I have got a lot of stuff out for us to play with. I found these really, really cute charms. They're like oversized, but I thought this would be really cute, but I'm not so sure if I love the look of it. The colors just aren't quite right for it. These are more pastels and these are more, you know, like primary brights. But this little purple star, I feel like might be super cute because we have a purple star up top. I thought we could kind of put this purple star down here. And this one actually came with a lobster claw on it. So I think we're just gonna clip that right onto the zipper. All right, so now we have our little star. It's so cute. It has all these like little iridescent stars inside of it. It's so sweet, but it is on the zipper now. So we've got that little zipper pull dangle. And now let's add something down here. And I think, I don't know, I pulled out these letter beads. I thought it might be cute to spell out Rainbow Dash with these little, I don't know if you can even, they're like little colorful letter. But I'm not sure. And whoever taped this up did not want these letters getting out of here. Look at all this tape. My word. I suspect I know who did this. It would be my sweet little girl child. All right. All this Tim Holtz tape. God bless America. Okay. Let's just see what it would look like. All right, on this next one, I'm just going to tie on a tassel. Easy peasy. Okay. This is what it's looking like so far. I feel like that is super cute, but I want some blue down there. So the last thing we're gonna do is add some blue beads and then something to dangle. I'm not sure what yet, but let's go ahead with the blue. These little donut shaped beads are my favorite to play with and to fidget with. I got these from Hobby Lobby and they look like teeny tiny little donuts, but they feel so good when they're strung together. It's so fun to fidget with these. I love the blue with the little yellow star at the end. I think that just ties it all together. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, guys, that's it. Let's take a little flip through. Okay, my friends, I have gotten out our embellished paper clip box, and I think we're going to choose a few more things to add to this journal just to make it a little extra over the top cute. So let's look and see what we have that might work with this journal. And let me zoom us out just a tiny bit. Now, let's play. Right off the bat, I know I want a few more on the top. We've got a little orange fuzzy trim here that's really cute, and I like that texture. We have our big shiny purple star and our multicolored glitter heart that's really cute, and of course our velvet ribbon that's adding a nice texture there. So what is another element that we could add to the top of this journal that might look nice? We've got purple multicolor and then some blue ribbon. Let's see, I really want to use this pink heart, but we already have a heart on the top, so maybe we'll tuck this guy on the side. And just see how we feel about that in a moment. So we've got our big blue pom-pom. I do like that on the top. I'm just gonna stick it in here temporarily and we'll figure out all of our placements and things. But I usually just like to kind of stick them, I think I want it toward the back though. There we go. Kind of like that maybe. And then we have a daisy, which would be cute. Let's put the daisy in here. What do we think about that? That's really cute. There's also this little happy with a rainbow. I have no idea where this came from, to be honest with you. I cannot remember, but that would be cute on the side. And then we have our dangles and our charms down here on the bottom, which are cute, but we could add, we have a soda cap dangle in green. That would look nice. Let's put that there for a moment. And I love the sound that they make. I also feel like a yellow pom-pom, because we did this pom-pom trim, I feel like that might be a nice element over here somewhere. Yeah, on the side for sure. Let's go ahead and tuck that in. And let's try our little transparent color wheel. The colors are just so perfect with this journal. Look at that. Now, I think I want it on the top. Oh, I do like that a lot. Can you see it tucked in right there? Maybe we'll tuck our star down a little bit. Or we could move our star to the back. Okay, then we got our little heart on the left. Where's our pom-pom? Come here, friend. I think I'm gonna keep him toward the back on the left somewhere. We'll figure that out in a moment. That's cute. And now I think we can fit a little something more in here now that we have our star in the back. Oh wait, where's our, here it is. Want this guy in here somewhere. Let me just kind of put him on a page. Ooh, I really like that little guy. All these transparent elements are just so stinking cute. Might play with that a little bit more. Don't love it right there. Let's try here. Yeah, and let's move this back out over here. And then we can fit one more thing, I think. So we've got that. We've got our cute little pom-pom on this side, and our heart, and our happy. We also have, where did it go? Oh, it's hooked in. We have our little tassel, our little shiny tassel here. That's pretty. Of course, we have all of our ribbons. And the ribbons actually they look really pretty. They hang like a tassel really on their own. So we might move this guy back up toward the top so he gets seen a little bit more. But still we can tie, make sure that our ribbons tie a little bit lower. Yep, that way it can kind of hang there. I like that a lot, super cute. I'm gonna move our flower back a little bit, I think. Yes. All right, now let's pick one more really cool thing to add on the top. I used a soda cap on the bottom, so I'm not gonna use these, I don't think. Put those away. Let's try magical. Yep, that's cute. We'll just give it a try. If we don't like it, we don't like it. We can always change something later. I noticed earlier that these two stickers had a reverse, like it was the same print but in reverse, so I wondered if they would match up perfectly, and they do. So that was probably the easiest embellished paper clip I've ever made. And then let's pluck a few things. And try this guy. And I love that you can put it either way, depending on which way you want your rainbow to go. Yep, I love it. I love it. I feel like it needs that little something in there. We've got blue and purple and white, and then we have the rainbow, and then we've got a multicolor. It's just needing a pop of just pure color, you know what I mean? I think this is it though. I think this is the look. I'm loving this. Anyway, I was gonna show you that you can, this is actually too short to do anything with, but I do like that color. But if you wanted to use a ribbon to kind of finish off the look, and I do this at work, or I've done this and taken these to work before, because I think it just looks so pretty and nice. But you can take your ribbon and like just tie a bow around it. I'm talking like a shoestring, just the simplest bow that you can tie. Like, we're not talking about something difficult here. It's literally just like tying your shoes. It's pretty painful, isn't it? But you can tie your little bow and manipulate it to have it looking just like you want it. And of course, the way I tie it, all the numbers are upside down. We're gonna pretend like we don't care. Or do we really not care? But you just trim your edges and tie your little bow on your paper clip. And this is so darling. I have these at work and I put these on my papers when I'm filing, and it just makes me happy to see a little bow holding my papers together. But if we found the perfect ribbon color, you know, that really finished off the look that we're going for, we could always do that. And that's an easy way to add a little bit to your journal. It's actually really cute, isn't it? I do like that. Okay, friends, I have my desk cleaned off. Let's take a good look at this pretty little journal that we've put together. I cannot believe that this started out as just a little pocket pouch from the Dollar Tree. Look how stinking cute this thing is. I cannot. Isn't that sweet? The little pom-pom trim. Let me tell you, if you have a child that has like ADHD or something to fidget with that makes them feel calmer, this does wonders for my anxiety and my ADHD. There are so many fidgeting elements on this journal, and I love that. I feel like if I'd had something like this in school, I would have been so much more successful. Something that I could just touch and feel to calm myself down while I listened to a teacher in class. But I did not, so I chewed my fingernails instead, so there's that. But as I've gotten older, I realized that all I needed was something to fidget with to both calm me down and slow my mind a little bit so that I could actually pay attention. But the spine on this journal, y'all, it is so tactile pleasing. All of these little beads you can play with and shift around and change the position of. I love that the pink, yellow, and blue are repeated. So you have the yellow beads on the blue string, the pink beads on the yellow string, and then the blue beads on the pink string. And they are all so good to fidget with, especially these little donut beads. Oh, they are just so tactile pleasing. You can roll them this way, or you can shift everything up and down on the threads. And then we've got the pom-pom trim, which in itself is also so very tactile pleasing. And it's such a different feel from the plastic cover that we have here, you know. So you've got that, you've got the beads, you've got the little pom-pom trim, and then you have all of your little dangles, which have a different tactile sensation, and also such cute visual interest. The little star that has the iridescent stars inside of it, the glitter that shifts around in there, is so fun to play with. And then we have our beads. We have our tassel that's super soft. And then we have all of our donut beads. Again, rolling these is like, oh, it's such a dream. And then the little yellow star, I feel like looks so good with the blue. Gives a very celestial, like sky, you know, feel. And then we have little rainbow dash. We have her name written in these rainbow colored beads. And of course we have our little element with the bottle cap that makes the most delightful sound. So there's that. On the side we have our closure is made of all of these beautiful ribbons that coordinate with our spine. I mean, look how pretty this is together. It's just like perfection. It's one of my favorite colors together. But that's a nice soft feel, and it almost has like this tassel feel to it. And then we have this little tassel made out of what is this called? Tinsel tassel. We've got a pom-pom, our little paper clips that are so cute stuck in everywhere, and we will take these out and look at them one by one, but each one of them has a different feel. Like this little rainbow has kind of a, not a rough like sandpaper but not smooth like this plastic. It's definitely textured. And then you've got the glitter that actually is rough, like sandpaper. This feels a lot like the cover. And then we've got this little tag that says magical. The letters are actually raised because it was made on my label maker that actually embosses them, so it punches the letters in so you can feel those. So super tactile pleasing. I feel like Cindy as a child would have really benefited from something like this. And also, I mean, loved it because the colors and My Little Pony and that whole thing, right? It's hitting all the nostalgia for me too. But let me stop chatting quite so much and let's take a look at this pretty little journal because the pages inside are just as beautiful as the outside. One more thing though, I do love that the zipper is still completely functional, that none of our decorations have interfered with using our little zipper pouch. The only thing I have in this side is just that little piece of ribbon for the owner of the journal to use however they would like to. And then when we open this up, the closure is just made with an eyelet that we've punched through, and then it's so simple, y'all. I just threaded the ribbon through the eyelet. I didn't tie it or anything. I just let it hang like that. And so we've got that on both sides, and that's how we tie it. So pretty. This page, we have this super tall transparent pocket with a big journaling card, or you could cut it up and use it as pockets in your journal, or however you would want to use it, but it's on map paper in this really pretty teal color. Very, very cool. And then this little heart, y'all, it is so pretty. This chunky glitter is just doing everything. Oh, I love it. And these are just stickers. So easy. Our second little pocket has all of the pretty little rainbow stickers and just a little flashcard in this pocket. The number 7 with lemons. And of course, you know, the journal is yours to make yours. So if you don't like the ephemera that's included, you just take it out and use it for something else, or get rid of it completely and put your own things in there to play with. In this little side tuck, I have a vintage flashcard. So it's showing us 1/5. And I just love this. You know, I think I've told you guys before, but the vintage playing cards always have a corner cut off. And I'm not sure why that is, but I do very much love that. And this was card number 14. So cool. And it just slides right into this little side tuck here. Another chunky glitter sticker there. On this page, we have some of that really cool Dollar Tree paper that came out of one of the little Dollar Tree notebooks. And it is the prettiest shade of pink with white lines on it. And I just love that little detail. We've got some really pretty floral paper. And then we have our first little paper clip embellishment. We have our little tassel made out of tinsel from Dollar Tree. And it is just holding on a little journaling card. It says, "I love this story" on this side. Super pretty. And then on this side, we have January through December, your months. So I feel like this would be so cool. I mean, and I'm kind of, maybe this isn't fun for everybody, but like you could chart something. For example, if you're trying to drink all your water, that's just an example. I was thinking actually weight loss or weight, you know, but you could track where you are in the month and just make a little line chart. I thought that would be kind of cute use for that journal card. And it just sits on there with our little Dollar Tree tassel. This is a very light shade of purple with darker purple lines, also from Dollar Tree. We have a double belly band here with a Kermit the Frog game card. Super cute, very vintage. And then we have the apple paper clip that we made in a previous video. I'll try to link the video in the description if I remember. And then the apple flashcard teaching us the color red. And I love the apple theme in here because if you've watched My Little Pony at all, you know that Apple Blossom, is that her name? She has an apple orchard, and so she's always gathering apples in the show. So I love that little detail. And it just slides into this top belly band. And then I had our little apple paper clip hanging out there. Super, super cute. This page, we have another belly band with a pom-pom paper clip. And then just a little prayer card tucked into that. Some really pretty papers. These signatures are tied here. I left them like this because I like the look of it, but you could also glue these two pages together if you wanted to make a big pocket there. On this page, we have our paper clip dangle with our little bottle top. Oh, I love this sound so much, y'all. And then we have a clock flashcard helping us learn how to tell time, and then a little watercolor envelope that you could use in the journal however you would want to. Let's put our little paper clip back. One of my favorite elements in this journal is just these puffy stickers that I got from Hobby Lobby. They were so cheap, they were on sale, and when I saw them, I knew I loved them, but had no idea what I would use these little puffy stickers for, and they turned out so stinking cute in this journal. But it almost looks like the filaments in the light bulb, you know. Let's see if I can show you how puffy this sticker is. Can you see that? It's definitely got some dimension to it. And then inside of there is where the little iridescent diamond part is, and so it really does kind of give the illusion of having like an Edison light bulb that has the filament in the shape of the diamond. I feel like that's so cute. Another just really pretty pattern paper. We've got more of our Dollar Tree notebook that we took apart and used the pages out of, with a little heart here and a butterfly chipboard sticker there. I ended up having to glue these little stickers down. They did not want to stick too well on their own, so they have been glued, so they're in there really well. One of my favorite elements is this little page here with this chipboard tag with a butterfly, and it has this really pleasing like velvety ribbon, but it's on there with a Velcro dot, and it's just so much fun to have something to take part and play with. You could use it as a bookmark when you don't want it in your journal. More pretty pattern paper. This pocket has some things that I thought the colors were just really pretty, and also would be fun to journal with and make some embellishments with. So just some supplies in there for the journal owner. A plain page here just so you can journal. Fill this space with pictures or writings or whatever you would want to use that page for. More of that really pretty gradient rainbow-esque paper, and I love that it's next to the page with the clouds. That was a complete accident, but I really love that it kind of happened that way. So I left those pages blank. We have a little corner tuck here with this little coin envelope that can easily be glued anywhere in your journal that you would want it. And I just put some rainbow stickers in there because I thought they fit our theme really well, and I wanted to include some things for probably one of my nieces that will get this journal to play with and to have to decorate. We've got a journaling card here. And I love that the corners come out of the bottom of this little tuck. I don't know why that pleases me so much, but it does. And then this rainbow iridescent metallic paper is like, ooh, it's just the thing. We have another chipboard butterfly down here little garden seed packet. It's just another journaling card, or you could make a pocket out of it. Tucked into this really pretty little detail. We used our paper punch for that. Super sweet. On the back side of that is a pocket with one of our, I really wish y'all could feel this. It feels like you can feel each piece of glitter that's on there. It's super chunky glitter. And then we have a little journal card here. It says always. And that just fits in there really well. On this page, we have our little heart paper clip. Again, these came from Hobby Lobby and they were on sale. So I just kind of pick things up when I see it on sale. And I never really know what I'm going to use it for. And then the project just presents itself. So there's that. I love that you have plenty of space to journal in here if you would want to write or draw or doodle. It could also just be something that you use to write your shopping list down in, you know what I mean? And then take and tear a page. I feel like people don't want to use their journals like a journal, like however they want to use it. And it makes me kind of sad because my journals, I wrote pages out. I will take pages out and use them to decorate with. I will write my shopping list on a page and tear it out. I will take it out if I need like a note to put on something. So, I mean, I feel like you need to use your journals. You know, that's why we made it, is to be used. We've got the cutest little strawberry playing card here. Some more Monopoly money in this pocket to play with, and then this top pocket has another little chipboard. What are we gonna call these? Charm? Chipboard charm, or could be a bookmark. I don't know. You could use it to embellish your pages, but it just kind of hangs out in that top pocket, and then the ribbon shows out in the top of the journal. And then we have our little daisy paper clip. Super cute. Another piece of our Dollar Tree paper. I am really enjoying using this paper, y'all. I have got to get some more. I split it up, the little notebook that I took apart, in half, and I used some of it in this journal, and I'm going to use some of it in the strawberry shortcake journal, because I feel like strawberry shortcake would have pink paper in her journal. So I have some of that. We got a cute little shiny sticker. It's a little cloud hanging out right there. More beautiful pattern paper. Right here we have our rainbow dash little charm. I love that these move and you can fidget and play with those if you want to. It's just, y'all, it's so much fun. I love this journal. More pink paper. A belly band with another journaling card. These are from Project Life. I don't know if y'all saw that video where I hauled these cards, but I had never heard about these until I saw them on Whatnot one night. And this lady was selling these at a ridiculously good price, so I bought several sets. They are so much fun to use in journals. This page is a belly band with another one of our little heart stickers, and I included some of this really fun paper. It's just a scrap that I had from making the journal, but I had to put it in here because I feel like it would be such a fun element for somebody to play with and to use in the journal. It just gives off this really rainbow, I don't know, it just makes rainbows and I feel like it's magical. How cool is that? Oh, I love it. Anyway, I have that. I could play with that all day. Have that in here. This page also has our pretty little bow embellishment on this paper clip that we made kind of last minute. And it's just so sweet. You could also, like, if it loosens up, you can add a dot of glue in there and this baby will be set. She won't come undone. But that's there. Put it back. There it goes. I accidentally got more than one page with that paper clip. Let's try that again. Here we go. And then we have this super light purple paper. More journaling space here. This is another pocket that I included things for the journaler to use. So these are paper scraps that I used in the journal, and they're all folded, so it's twice as much, you know, they're little strips like this. But I thought these would be so much fun to have if you wanted to like use your own paper and make little embellishments to go on your notes that you're going to stick in the pockets, or if you want to put your movie tickets in here and just kind of decorate them up a little bit. I just love the idea of having coordinating papers to use in the journal. On this little pocket we have a really puffy, fun to poke and play with sticker that has glitter in there that moves around. And then these are those, let me see if we can get up close. They have the prettiest iridescent glitter inside of those little raindrop stickers. Very dimensional. They are super thick and fun to see and touch and play with. So we've got those. And then we have our little rainbow embellished paper clip, and it's probably one of my favorites. So easy. If I ever see these stickers in Dollar Tree again, I'm gonna stock up, friends, because they are so stinking cute. And he just lives on the corner of that page. This is a Dollar Tree like birthday party favor sack, and I just put some stickers in there to play with. More journaling space. Another big pocket. This has this cute little piggy notepad, sticky note sheets, and then just an envelope to use however you'd want to. It's a really big coin envelope. Oh, this little teeny tiny envelope is everything, y'all. Look how cute this thing is. And it is like a legit functional little envelope. Isn't that sweet? I did not make this. I found this in a thrift store. But how stinking cute is that? And then we have more of our little rainbow stickers just kind of tucked in that cute little pocket. Oh, I love it. More really fun, beautiful pattern paper. I feel like this one gives vintage wallpaper vibes for sure. Another little corner pocket. We got some more stickers inside of another envelope, and then this cute little journaling card here. So stinking cute. Love that pattern. Very vintagey, I feel like. Are we focused, friends? More journaling space and patterned paper. A really large tuck spot for a journaling card. This one has some really pretty stitching on it. Lovely paper. I don't know what paper this is, but I would buy more of it if I could find it. I'm not sure who the maker is. But that fits in there. More beautiful paper. Another one of these really cool stickers. This one has a unicorn because of course it does in our My Little Pony book, right? So stinking cool. Love, love. And then on the next page, we have that big journaling card that has our pen inside, and I just used the stars in this pretty little decorative, what would you call this, garland? Star garland from Dollar Tree. And I feel like it just, I don't know, it just ties in the theme so well because we've used stars throughout the journal. And I just like the look of it. You could pluck off the individual stars and use them to decorate the journal, or you can just leave it in this pocket and enjoy it how it is. You could leave it where it kind of sticks out of the top. That would be cute. And then on this page, we have a little fabric bit that can be used. You can take that staple out and then use it however you would want to throughout the journal, or you can leave it in just to enjoy the feel of it. This page says dance as if no one was looking. We also have this little magical paper clip that was done on the label maker, so you can feel the letters. Oh, so pleasing. And it's just hanging out on the corner up here at the top. We have a guest check and a beautiful plant information card. This is called the Rush Skeleton Plant. I did not look at that before I put it in here. I just like the picture of this flower. It's so beautiful. And then we tuck that there. This is also a tuck spot up at the top, so you could, if you wanted to use the top as the tuck spot, you could do that too. It goes either way. And then more paper to journal on. We have another vintage flashcard and just a flashcard that has the word oval on it. And I thought that was really pretty because the color matches these little blue flowers on this paper perfectly. And that is it, my sweet friends. It says stay sweet. And then we have our back cover, which is the other half, or our second, I should say, pencil pouch. And in here, I've tucked all manner of things for this person to use journaling. I will probably continue to add things as I find them, but just to recap all of the things that are in this pocket. And you can fit quite a bit in these pockets, let me tell you. There's still more in there. Okay, that's it. So we have several of these chipboard stickers and charms in there. Ribbon to use on the charms or however you would want to use it that matches the journal. Love some coordinating trims. This little pocket has more really pretty paper scraps, including some of that rainbow paper. That's so pretty. Plus the envelope could be used in the journal as well. I love this envelope. This is like a library card envelope. And then I just cut another section of that really cool paper I was showing you guys. This is part of that paper to fit in that journal pocket. We have another glitter-filled sticker. And if you get the glitter out of the way, it actually says home in there, I think is what it says, but it's so cute. So that's in there. And then we have a guest check and another one of those Dollar Tree gift favor sacks to use. And that is the journal. I absolutely 100% love this journal, and I kind of made it with little girl in mind, but I might end up keeping this for my inner little girl who is very happy playing with My Little Pony's journal. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching and building this journal along with me. You guys will have to let me know what is your favorite element of this journal, because there are quite a few elements going on and I love them. Probably mine though, and it's probably one of the most simple, aside from just the journal itself being made out of the pencil pouches. Like, I love that and the spine. But this stinking rainbow embellished paper clip is like my fave. But it's so stinking cute. One last look at all the cuteness. Oh, these little tassels down here and the rainbow. Oh, just love it so much. But that's the journal, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you would, it would help me out in my channel so much if you would give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. I know it feels like not important, but it really does help my channel so much. And I really want to grow my channel so that I can keep doing this for you guys. So if you would do that, and if you feel like hyping a video up, hey man, feel free to throw me a hype. I would love that too. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. feels right. Catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire. Hey, I'm never the same. Whenever you're calling my name, I'm taking my sweet time. Hey, whatever the plan, I know I'm holding the best of me out of my hand. I know you always understand. Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other